Hello dearies, welcome or welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. It's so good to be back. So I've been seeing your comments. The comments I don't want to see this year. It's all over the place, and I've made this error in my application. I've made that error. Will it affect me? Will that affect me? So in today's video, sorry it took so long. I've been sick. Yeah, terrible throat infection, and I've been busy at work, so I've not really had time to record. But today I want to answer some of those questions. So in this video, we'll look at errors that will affect your application or affect your admission, and how you can resolve them, and errors that will not really affect you, or errors that you can rectify when you get to the school for your interview or even for your admission. So yeah, let's dive right in. So the major ones that I think will affect you are three. So we'll look at the first three errors that will affect you, that you need to rectify, and the ones that will not really affect you now and you can rectify when you get to the school, maybe during your interview or your admission. Okay, so looking at the first errors that will affect you, number one is the wrong choice of program. It surprises me how you choose the wrong program, because the way the website is set up, if let's say you choose the program type, you choose diploma, then the system will give you all the schools that offer diploma programs. And your job now is to make sure that the school you are picking offers that program. But I understand, let's say that, okay, I'm going for midwifery, but mistakenly I clicked on general nursing because the school I'm applying to also offers general nursing. So those options were given, and instead of clicking midwifery, I clicked on general nursing, and I didn't notice it until I submitted my form. That is understandable. Now, the issue here is that if that is not a program you are really interested in, if you mistakenly chose general nursing instead of midwifery, the system is thinking you are applying for general nursing, so you'll be processed and called for general nursing interview. Now, you might think, oh, when I get admission, because some schools do that, when you get admission, some students are willing to swap, or sometimes the quota they have for one class is not up to, and they have more for the other class. Maybe they want 50 midwifery students, but they only got 30. And general nursing, they wanted 50, but they got about 60. So they gave admission to the 60 and are willing to shift some people to the midwifery class. If the school is going to do that, then you can maintain the general nursing, go for the interview, and then hope that, and the emphasis is on hope, okay? You hope that when you get admission for general nursing, you may be given the chance to switch to midwifery. But this is a process you cannot rely on, okay? You cannot rely on the fact that, oh, I wanted midwifery and I chose general nursing, I'll wait until admission time and I'll swap. What if the school doesn't give you that opportunity? Okay, what if the school doesn't give you the opportunity to swap? And worst of all, what if the school you chose the program for doesn't offer midwifery? For example, my school, Winneba, doesn't offer midwifery. So if you mistakenly chose public health nursing for Winneba, they can't even swap your program for you. So for this one, the best thing you can do is to buy another form and choose the correct program for the school you are interested in. That is the best option for you. And yes, idea, unless they be a protocol, then they can switch your program before your interview and all of that. But the best option is to buy another form and fill for that same school, but with a different program. So in this case, you can decide not to interview for the general nurse, because since you submitted the first form for general nursing, you will still be called for general nursing interview. So you can choose not to go for the general nursing, or you can choose to go for the general nursing and then go for the midwifery. And either way, you see which one will pick you. And in this case, when you come back, like, you know what I mean. Sometimes it will work in your favor, but sometimes it wouldn't. But it's best to cover yourself before the unthinkable, the one you are not expecting happens. So yeah, that is what I would do if I were in your shoes. The second mistake or error that will affect you is when you type in the wrong index number or the wrong grade. Let's say you have C6 for maths and then you chose B3, and or your index number, you got your index number mixed up, especially with people who are applying with 2 or 3 WASI certificates. The likelihood of choosing the wrong grade for the wrong index number is high. Now, one thing you should know is that index numbers are unique to us. The index number I had when I was writing my WASI is unique to me. Nobody else has that index number. So let's say you messed up maybe the last 2 digits of your index number. It could be that there's somebody who has that same, the mistaken index number that you typed in might be for somebody else. So now they'll go and do verification and realize that this person's index number doesn't match the grade she got, or it's not even an SHS course that is accepted in nursing. So entering the wrong index number and grade will be like you are falsifying information. It will be like you are lying, you are telling lies so that you can get favor, because that aspect of your form, the WASI grades and all, is the part that will be verified before you be given admission. So you may be invited after that error, you may be invited for interview, but they will go into the system and verify and see if your index number, your grades that you entered are what they are with WAEC before they give you admission. So if you've noticed such an error, the best thing you can do is to buy another form, fill for the same school, and rectify that, because this one, it will affect you, because you are not going to upload your WASI results onto the website where they can compare and see that, oh, this one, it was an error. He or she didn't mean to enter. It's just what you entered that they are going to focus on. So my best advice, buy another form and fill correctly for that school. And the last error, that this one will affect you personally, not necessarily your admission, but yeah, it will still affect your admission, and that is entering a wrong phone number. This one caused my niece when she applied for nursing in 2021, when my niece applied for nursing. I filled the form, and I have filled many forms on Google Chrome. So when I'm entering details like address, phone number, and co, sometimes it tries to auto-generate some of the responses for me because I've already filled other forms that has that component, address, phone number, and all. So in 2021, when I was filling the form for my niece, it did the same thing, and the phone number that was selected, I didn't see it. It's for somebody who is no longer in the country. So that number is not even in use. So when she got her admission for the interview, they called me directly. I think they tried reaching her, but they couldn't reach her through that number because that number was not functioning. So they called me and she went for the interview. But for the admission was sent to that number. She was actually given admission, but it was sent to that number. But we never got the message. And so she went to the school and they were like, oh, we put you on the admission list, but we never heard from you. You didn't come to pay your admission fee. So we gave the slot up to someone else. So your phone number is how they will reach you via text message, for your interview, for your temporary admission, and all. So this one, you have 2 choices. One is you buy a new form and fill it so that you fill it with the right number. And one comment I saw is that the number has been blocked. I think they didn't register the number with the Ghana card thing. So the number has been blocked, and so she can't get messages. So the one option is that you buy a new form and fill with a number that you can receive messages on. Or this one, if you are like, it's just a phone number plenty, I'm going to spend 200 cedis again. No problem. What you can do is to always go to the website, log in with your PIN and serial number, and keep checking your notification. The last time I created a short on how to check notifications on the website. Hello, dearies. So I've been seeing some comments about submitting your forms but not receiving your message. If you have such a problem, then this is how you check your message on the website. So you go to the website with either your phone or your laptop, and you enter your serial number and PIN as how you do if you are applying. Now on the top left corner, you see 3 bars. Click on it and you click on notification on the navigation board, and then you scroll up and you see your messages. Normally when it's in portrait mode, you don't see all of the messages, so you can just rotate your phone and you see all the messages there. So if you've not seen your message or received any message after applying or filling the form, this is how you check. Yeah, you can use that procedure to keep checking. So Onya say interview messages are going out, interview will soon be starting, because interviews will start. I am sure some schools who have a lot of applicants might decide to start their interviews in later part of June. Okay, so from June, July, interviews will be in. So as soon as you hear that schools are calling for interview, every day when you wake up, you check your notification. Every day when you wake up, you check your notification on the website. Every day you check your notification, because you don't know when the interview message will be posted on your notification. With the email, I am not so sure how often they send messages by email. And some of you, your email, those who have sent emails to that have not received any response, I know that is because the email was wrong. That's why I didn't get any response. So for the email, I don't think it's that big of a deal if your phone number is working well. But the best advice is keep checking the platform. Okay. Now let's go to errors that will not really affect you and you can resolve later on. Number 1 is the date of birth or information around your birth certificate. So your date of birth, the district of birth, your hometown, and all of that. With this one, luckily enough, we don't upload our birth certificates to the website. So there is nothing to really confirm that the date you entered was wrong. Okay, so with this one, because you'll be going to the interview with your birth certificate, your original birth certificate and submit the photocopies, you can there state that, oh, when you were entering, you made an error with the date of birth, but this is actually your date of birth and all of that. And those of you who have issues with your date of birth, the ones that appear on your WASI certificate and the ones that is on your birth certificate itself, or you have 2 WASI certificates and they have different dates of birth, or the names and spellings are messed up, and so you did affidavit, you go to school with the affidavit or the gazette and cover all of those. So in case there is an error in the system on the application form, you have the opportunity to rectify it, because now you are coming with the proof of your actual date of birth. So that one shouldn't affect you much. Okay, the next error that shouldn't affect you much is the date of completion, like the date, the month and year where you completed, when you wrote your WASI, because like I said, the grade, the index number are the most important. Okay, the grade and the index number. So if you chose the wrong year, the index number will verify the actual year you completed. So it shouldn't affect you that much. But if the index number is wrong, then that one is going to somebody else's account and that will affect you. But the year and month, it's not a big deal. Yeah. Then the last one is the picture. For the picture, I've spoken about it previously. It's because the size has changed, and I've noticed that since the system have picked up on the fact that a lot of you were entering the wrong size of the picture that you're supposed to enter, they've upgraded the system. So now if you're uploading a picture that has a size bigger than 200 kilobytes, the system will not accept it, and it will prompt you that the picture you are trying to upload is bigger than 200 kilobytes, and so the picture will not even upload at all. So but those of you who entered or applied, filled the form before this upgrade, you will be pardoned. Okay, you'll be pardoned. So the only thing is go with your passport size photograph. You can choose to staple it on the form. And when you get to the interview, you tell the school that you couldn't upload your picture, so that's why you are putting it on the form. Or you can just go with it, and when asked, you provide the passport size photograph. I feel like you should staple it on it so that it doesn't get missing. Okay, it doesn't get missing because your face doesn't have your name where they will see your form and say that this is the face. Okay, but when you staple it on the section that the picture would have been, then when there's a mistake in the form, your picture is still where it's supposed to be. Okay, I know you are done with your application, and so what is left is your interview and preparing towards your interview, because interview is a crucial part of the application and admission process. So once you are done, the next, even before you apply, that you have to start preparing towards your interview. And so if you click on this playlist, I have a lot of interview things that will help you prepare, and we'll be doing more very soon. So click on that, and I'll see you there. Bye.